Hi, I am Mary Hope Serna, and we're still in Forensic Linguistics. So this is the continuation of Miss Eden Simbahon's report. In this video, I will be touching on some of the psycholinguistic perspectives about the bilingual and multilingual mind, as well as language use. I will be also talking about code taking, secret codes, product liability, trademark infringement, as well as language mixing. So without further ado, let's get started.
So let us begin with the bi and multilingual mind in language use from the perspectives of psycholinguistic. Number 1. Bi and multilinguals can move among one or more of their languages as required for the production, comprehension, and processing of verbal messages in the way deemed most efficient to them. So that is to say, if we are going to put or place bilingual in a predominantly monolingual setting, they will activate only one language, while in a bilingual environment, they can easily shift into bilingual mode. So they are fully in control. Number 2. The process of activation or deactivation of one of the languages or both languages simultaneously is not time-consuming. So according to Gross, Jean, 2008, in a bilingual environment, usually it does not require bilinguals to take more than a couple of milliseconds to swing into bilingual language mode and revert back to monolingual mode with the same time efficiency. Number 3. It is a widely held belief, at least in some monolingual speech communities, that the process of language choice for bilinguals is random. This, however, can lead to a serious misunderstanding and a communication failure between monolinguals on the one hand and members of the bi and multilingual communities on the other. So let's take a look at this example from the money laundering sting operation case in the 1990s. So in a money laundering operation in the late 1990s, the FBI suspected the involvement of a Punjabi-speaking group from Florida. In order to gain insights into the operation of the Florida group, the FBI hired a Punjabi-speaking mole from Vancouver, Canada. After keeping the mole on its payroll for about 2 years or so, the FBI began to have doubts about the integrity and the cooperation of the mole. Because of the lack of Punjabi English FBI agents, the FBI was naturally dependent on the mole. The turning point in the relationship came when the FBI insisted on one particular occasion that the mole should speak with the suspect in English so that the FBI agent could understand the conversation between the mole and the suspect. So unwittingly, the mole gladly agreed to conduct a conversation with the suspect in English in the presence of the FBI agent. So when the scheduled telephone call was placed by the FBI, something surprising took place. After exchanging the usual social pleasantries in Punjabi, the mole could not bring himself to switch to English and thus lost credibility and faith in the eyes of the FBI. So as you can see, there is a complete misunderstanding here between the FBI agents and the mole. This scenario underscores the unconscious and conscious dimensions of bilingual language use and the discrepancy between them. For the conscious bilingual mind, a language switch is a natural, effortless phenomenon, which in this case led to the mole to comply with FBI's proposal to switch languages. So, however, the unconscious mind of the bilingual dictated against such a switch because it would have triggered the suspect's suspension that there was some external factor determining the mole's switch to English. So, perhaps, as was actually the case, that there was an English speaker listening to the conversation and thus would not only have had a disastrous consequences for the mole but also for the case operation itself. So the Punjabi mole had his reasons after all, because it would really be suspicious if he will speak into the suspect in English. Let's dive into language mixing. So according to linguists, language mixing is a complex cognitive ability than language separation. Yet it is also very natural to bilinguals, and therefore it is not surprising to observe the emergence of mixed systems around the globe, such as Taglish for infusing Tagalog and English, and Bislish for Bisaya and English. So the mechanism and the result of bilingual language switching or modes and language mixing lend an invaluable resource for skilled forensic linguists to determine the social and psychological background of the speaker. Now let's talk about secret codes. One of the possibilities of bilingualism as well as monolingualism is coded speech. Whether used in a monolingual society or in a bi- and multilingual society, the phenomenon of a special or secret code exhibits striking similarities with bilingual code mixing and code switching, which signals a change in a speech event. The use of secret codes and the breaking of such codes represent a traditional area of forensic linguistics, which is well illustrated in the popular movie Wind Talkers. Let's talk about code talking. Code talking is the product of the conscious mind and often turns out to be a formidable challenge to decipherment in forensic linguistics for a number of reasons. Such codes are often used in violent and secretive subcultures. So the code construction may employ techniques similar to Pig Latin. So Pig Latin by definition is a pseudo-language or a secret language which is widely known and used by English speakers when they want to disguise something. So let's take a look at this point case. Let's take a closer look at this sentence produced by a suspect. I'm so nervous of Gipo being ipensipide. So you might be wondering, what does Gipo being ipensipide mean? Are there such words? Of course, the answer is no. In this sentence, if you have noticed, the nonsense syllable ep was used. And if we are to take that out, the letters left would be GOI and GINSIDE. So going inside. I'm so nervous of going inside. That's what the suspect means by gipoiping ipensipide. Let's move forward to trademark infringement. Trademark infringement disputes represent one of the important domains of forensic linguistics. When a company or its attorney has a reason to feel that its trademark or product identity is at stake due to the similar sounding name of another company or product, in such cases, forensic linguistics perform phonetic and morphological analysis to determine the range of usage and semantic analysis, including socio-psychological semantics of a product or company name to determine whether the disputed name is similar to or distinct from the original name. So here is an example. Consider the McDonald's Corporation versus Quality Inns International Incorporated trademark lawsuit, which received considerable media attention in 1988. The center of the controversy was the prefix Mac, and the issue was whether or not the prefix was the exclusive ownership of McDonald's or was a part of general social usage, thus up for grabs by any company. The case began in 1987 when Quality Inns produced a new chain of basic hotels to be called MaxSleep. When MaxSleep was challenged in court, Quality Inns argued that their name is aimed at invoking Scottish association with the new chain, since Scots are well known for prudence and ruggedness. According to McDonald's, the proposed name will cash in on the corporation image of involvement in social causes. Besides, the corporation has invented a new Mac language, which is, among other things, critical to their product extension, such as Mac fries, Mac fish, Mac shakes. In other words, trademark infringement is a violation of the exclusive rights attached to a trademark without the authorization of the trademark owner or any licenses. So it is like copying other people's own brand. In conclusion, forensic linguistics today stands at the crossroads of theoretical, methodological, and analytical challenges and innovations. While forensic linguistics continues to provide a new testing ground for linguistic theories and their analytical and assessment tools, so do the challenges and progression of the field. In the age of social media, globalization, and outsourcing, the multilingual context of law opens new frontiers for forensic linguistic analysis and methodological innovation, thus placing new demands on the profession. Practically, every subfield of forensic linguistic research and application, ranging from forensic phonetics to forensic discourse analysis, including sentiment analysis and threat assessment, is and continues to undergo paradigm shift. With new promises and demands comes a new phase of the challenge of establishing the evidentiary value of language analysis for forensic purposes. Furthermore, issues of ethics such as qualifications and obligations of forensic linguists, software packages, making too strong claims, the role of media in reporting the claims of software are going to gain new perspectives.
So thank you for watching. I hope you keep safe and God bless you always. Bye!